Okay, I want to show you real quick the 8 graphs in Desmos, what you would have done to do the piecewise functions. So for example, number one, the first graph was x squared. So you go, let's get these out of the way, x squared minus 4. And then you want it to be for x less than -1. So you put your little curly braces on here. So x less than -1. And it'll only graph the part of the graph that is from negative x less than -1. Then the other part of the graph is 2x plus 1. And you put the little curly braces on. And that is for x greater than or equal to -1, and it'll show you this. The only thing about Desmos, it won't show you the open or the closed circle. You still have to determine that. So this would be example number 1. Okay. Then for example number 2, so this is what example number 1 is. So you can compare it to what we have in our graph, in our video. Then for example number 2, you had 2x plus 3 with your curly braces at x less than 0. And you had 3 minus x with your curly braces, and you had x greater than or equal to 0. And there's your graph. So compare that to example number 2 in our video. Here we go for number 3. For number 3, you had x, again, here's the square button, x squared plus 1, and your curly braces, x less than 0, and you had x minus 1, your curly braces, x greater than or equal to 0, and there's your graph. Compare that to example number 3. So far, you should be matching up. Number 4 was 2x plus 1 with your curly braces, and that is x less than or equal to -1, and x squared minus 2, your funky curly braces, with x greater than -1. There should be your graph. Compare that to example number 4. All right, here come the more difficult ones. So example number 5 was 3x plus 2 with your curly braces, x less than -2. -2. Then you just had negative x from -2 less than or equal to x less than 1. And then you had x squared minus 2 from x greater than or equal to 1. And so your graph should look like this. Okay, compare that to example number 5. Three plus x from -3 less than x less than less than 0. The middle part, if you have 3 where x is equal to 0, that's actually a point. So you have to actually write it as a point, 0, 3. And then the square root is here. So the square root of x you have to get out of the square root. Make sure you get out of that square root. Here's your curly braces. X is greater than 0. And so here's what your graph looks like for example number 6. All right. Then compare for example number 7. You add x plus 3. These are upside down. Sorry about that. Let me get rid of that one. So x less than -2. This one's not a point, it's a line, so you can do it. 1 is from -2 less than or equal to x less than 0. And then to do x cubed, you do x and then this a to b here to make cubed. Again, you have to get out of the cubed part of the graph here, so you had to arrow over. So your curly braces, x greater than 0. And so this is what your graph should look like for example number 7. And then example number 8, x plus 1 squared, curly braces, x less than 0. Absolute value is here of x minus 2, curly braces, 0 less than or equal to x less than 4, and then the square root of x here. Make sure you get out of the square root. Oops, not the brackets, wrong one. Sorry about that. So x greater than or equal to 4. Uh-oh. And that's what your graph should look like. So those are the 8 graphs in Desmos, and they should match the ones we did on by hand. All right? Any questions? That should be it.